2015. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Independent, and the Two River Times, and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building and filing with the Township Clerk on January 9, 2015. Committeeman Fiore.
Here.
Committeeman Scharfenberger.
Here.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Massell.
Here.
Mayor Murray. Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to honor the troops serving worldwide, defending our freedoms, constitutions, and way of life. Thank you. Our known actions items we're going to begin with on the agenda. We have a public hearing on ordinance 2015-3140, bond ordinance amending bond ordinance number 2014-3111, finally adopted by the Township Committee of the Township of Middletown, New Jersey on July 7, 2014. This is for Porcy Park Conservancy equipment.
Is there anyone who'd like to speak to 2015-3140? Seeing no members of the public wishing to speak to 2015-3140, I move to close public portion.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Scharfenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Massell.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt this ordinance on second and final reading. Our next public hearing, we have 2015-3141, bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $5,200,000 for various capital improvements by and for the Township of Middletown, County of Monmouth, New Jersey, and authorizing the issuance of $4,731,000 in bonds or notes of the Township for financing part of the appropriation.
Is there anyone wishing to speak to 2015-3141? Seeing no members of the public wishing to speak to 2015-3141, I move to close public portion and resolved.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Scharfenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Massell.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on second reading. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee to consider a consent agenda, which would include resolutions 15-173 through 6H, which is approval of raffle application 15-80 and 81.
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Scharfenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Massell.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt consent agenda. At this time, we have resolution 15-172, resolution authorizing payment of bills June 1st, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Scharfenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Massell.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt resolution 15-172.
Is everybody here? You ready?
At this time, we will do the administration of oath of office. Our first officer, promotion of Police Sergeant John Warner to Lieutenant.
I, John Warner,
I, John Warner,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of
of
the United States
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I do swear to
and I do swear to
faithfully,
impartially,
impartially, and justly perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of the lieutenant
of the office of lieutenant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to invite Sergeant Charles Tarafanko to come forward with your family.
I, Charles W. Tarafanko,
I, Charles W. Tarafanko,
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I do swear to
and I do swear to
faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of the lieutenant
of the office of the lieutenant
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
So quiet in here. Here you go.
It's official, we can slow it down.
I think Chief wants to say a few words.
Yes, very briefly, it's our formal meeting, so I'd like to recognize Freeholder Unknown, Sheriff Golden, and Under Sheriff Dykeman. Thank them for attending. I'd like to thank the governing body for allowing us to make these promotions tonight. Both officers have been excellent police officers, very good supervisors for the department, and I'm confident they're going to do an outstanding job on their assignments. Thank you very much.
Agenda items for June 15, 2015. We have certificates of appreciation and proclamations. They are in. We have approval of minutes for February and March 2015. A public hearing of proposed ordinances. Actually, there are none. And introduction of proposed ordinances if there need be. We have a consent agenda which will include resolutions, bingo and raffles, and volunteer firefighter applications. For discussion tonight, we begin with emergency interagency mutual aid and assistance program. We have the Middletown Arts Center, HVAC.
Those are the changes we had designed last year by a mechanical engineer to change some of the ductwork that controls over the art center. We should realize a significant savings once that's in place.
What's the timing on that?
We want to have you award that in the July meeting.
Is that going to regulate the AC and heat in the larger room and the better?
Right, in the front room and really the whole building.
Yeah.
On that first item, I just know Cindy and I had already talked about that. We need to have that in place basically for FEMA purposes. We've had situations where we've done mutual aid and FEMA won't reimburse us for that unless we have a formal agreement in place.
That's one of the prosecutor's office sent that way.
Okay, our next item, we have the resale of recyclable materials.
And this will be the bid to resell the material that's collected at Canes Lane from the residents.
And is that all materials or?
Pretty much
fiber, metal?
everything up there, metal, commingled, tires, scrap metal.
Is it a bid? Is
It's
that
a
how
bid,
It'll be a bid,
and
yes.
this will be the first bid done by Mr. DeFeo, who we retained to be a recycling consultant for the township.
So we've never done that.
We've done it, not in,
Not to this extent.
not to this
yeah.
extent. This is
Yeah.
a much bigger, I think that we're hoping for better results and our return for our money, but the market prices are down right now, but which is all the reason why it's more important to try to get out to the widest, competition possible.
Do you have, for the next committee meeting, or maybe set a memo, just kind of some updated statistics on the single-stream recycling into how much, percentage increases? Are we continuing to see percentage increases? Are we continuing to see, I'm sure we are, because you just see more and more of it being put out there, but would love to see some.
Okay, and put lots of numbers on that too.
And tipping at the same time, tipping fee reductions. Right.
Right, yep. And they're going hand in hand inversely, obviously.
So.
This specific item, though.
Right, it's not nothing to do with that, but I'd like to see,
Right.
while we're talking about it.
more
Yeah, sure.
totally,
Yep.
Let's take a broad look.
Yeah, I'll update my chart.
Then you can sell more aluminum.
Those will we'll have the other bids come up, not too distant, 2 years, right? They're
Yeah, it's hard to
more than
believe.
halfway through already, so
Yeah.
it's.
A year from now.
But
it's
also,
hard.
it does kind of tie in because you'll probably see a little bit less material at Kings Lane if more people are putting it out.
It
So there
is,
is
yeah.
a little bit of a,
But it didn't drop as much as we
No.
were expecting, actually.
Interesting.
People like to go to Kings Lane stuff.
they have a good staff there.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they enjoy it.
That guy with the beard, I don't know his name, he's awesome.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like Prince, he has one name, Nelson. He's a good man.
Mr. Personality.
Yeah.
Okay, our last item, we have the Islamic Society Performance Bond, and this is actually a reduction, not a release. Okay, sure.
I guess everybody's aware that New Jersey Transit is proposing a 9.5% increase. And I got a call from Amy Hanlon, who's been very vocal in her opposition to it. And, I've heard from a lot of residents too, and this is insane. We just had a fairly substantial rate increase a few years ago, and now again. So it's pretty hard to fathom how they can justify it. I thought it would be a bad idea if everybody was in favor of it, maybe putting out a putting together a resolution, questioning the need for it or opposing it outright.
About 4 years ago, Jeremy, it has
Is it
like
4
a
years? I thought it was a little
25%.
less.
Will that have any impact on our,
That's what we were just.
we're kind of in
Consider.
negotiation with them though, right?
Yeah, the timing may not be spectacular, but it's completely up to the committee. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think the numbers are going to be the numbers with what we're dealing with.
And I certainly think an increase is going to,
Hurt.
Will hurt the sales of
That's the
permits
thing,
further.
yeah.
I mean, even with the, all the data's not in, but I mean, I think even with the substantial decrease in the permits, they haven't been revised significantly, which, so the issue seems to be principally with, New Jersey Transit, the rates, the service, and so forth.
What's happening too, all of a sudden closing the gap with the ferry, so
Yeah, it's
that
free
ridership is
parking,
increasing.
And you only pay, the ferries, you only pay for what you actually use.
Yeah.
So a 40 ticket book could last 2 months, certain months.
I mean, we could certainly think about it, but,
I think it's a good idea, I just wanted to make sure that, because we know we were negotiating.
I don't think I don't think it'll affect that. I mean, because the numbers are what they are, and the issue's over how you read them.
the agreement, right?
The
It's not that we're-
interpretation of the
It's
agreement.
an interpretation.
Yeah, it's an
It's not
interpretation
a
issue, so it's
negotiation
not
of
a,
terms.
yeah, we're not negotiating term. We will be eventually, amazingly in a couple more years, but it's an interpretation over the adjustment provisions of the agreement, so it's not really a negotiation. There's some dispute as to how you calculate the numbers.
Okay, now we have Township Committee comments.
Dr. Scharfenberg.
you know what, no comments, but 2 announcements. My archaeological talk on June 13th, at 10 a.m. at the Art Center, and June 16th, the Economic Development Committee is having a town hall on development and preservation, sort of go hand in hand. So,
I'm curious.
Thank you, Mayor, I have no comments this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and I have no comments this evening.
Deputy Mayor himself.
I have no comments this evening.
And neither do I. I'm going to reserve mine, and I'm sure most of us will be reserving that for the next meeting. So with that, we're going to open up for public comment. Is there anyone from the public that would like to make a public comment?
Is there anybody from the public?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah,
question?
yeah, one small one. Linda Down, I'm not sure you were aware, but the town's website is down.
Yes, it's already back up online.
Yeah, I had checked around 7.
It just came back up.
Good
How
work,
long is
Tom.
it down? Is it down most of the day?
No, there was a glitch basically from the system. It's already been rectified.
Usually I review the documents before the meeting, but I couldn't.
It was out of our control. There was an engineering problem, so.
Okay.
Any other members of the public? Okay. I move to close public portion and adjourn.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Sharpenberger.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Massad.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn.
Record.
Yeah, exactly.
New record.
And you had swearing in.
Yeah, we have swearing.
Swearing in.
Little record.
I feel like I left a page out of the agenda or something.
Tony's out.